this computer. Hello everybody and welcome to our Tuesday night call. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for taking time out of your Tuesday evening to jump on here and spend some time with us. We have called this online event A New Way of Living because that's really what we have. It's not just a product, it's not just a business model, but it's actually a lifestyle. Matt and I, this is my partner Matt, we were introduced to this whole thing about 2 years ago, and it's been pretty life-changing, so that's why we're really passionate about sharing it. But you might hear about that in a bit. But first of all, I think we're going to take a look at our small, simple, but extremely powerful product range. Is Misty on yet? No. Okay, that's all good. So Matt and I will do the products. So Juice Plus is what the company is called. This here is our flagship product. So it's really simple. It's basically fruits, veggies and berries in a capsule. So these are not a replacement for fruits and veggies. It's more just like a top up or a really good foundation to start your day off. Just to give you an idea of what these products actually are, I'd love to just share the story of how Juice Plus came about. There's a doctor called Dr. Smokey Santello. And way back in the 80s, his father was actually diagnosed with lymphatic cancer. He went through chemotherapy and radiation and all that, but eventually the doctor said, you know what, I'm really sorry, there's nothing that we can do. So Dr. Smokey Santello, he specialised in alternative medicine, and he knew that food had the power to heal our bodies. And so he done what he knew, and he started making juices out of fruits and vegetables, giving them to his dad, firstly through an enema bag because he was so weak he couldn't drink or eat anything. His strength started getting better and better, so he started drinking the juice, and then eventually like an idea clicked in his head, and he realised that if he could somehow dry out the water from the juice, you'd be left with just concentrated nutrition. And so that's what he'd done. He set up some dryers in his office, and he started drying out the juices so that all you're left with was a powder which was just jam-packed full of nutrition, antioxidants, phytonutrients, minerals, vitamins, all that good stuff. So he had that, and then he met a guy called Jeffrey Birdie who was part of a company called NSA. They exchanged amazing stories, and basically he teamed up with the company to create this. And so that's what it is. This is basically juice that has been dried out and then put into capsule form. So I'll just get one out. There's literally just one in that one. This is the berries here. They look like this. So inside there, that's 10 different dark berries. And then of course you've got your fruits and your veggies. So my favourite thing about Juice Plus is that anyone can take it. So, babies, breastfeeding mothers, pregnant mothers, elderly who are on, a lot of medication. It really doesn't matter because it literally is just food. Our body recognises it as food. It takes what it needs to heal and repair whatever it thinks is most important. So I love that, I can recommend this to my friends who are pregnant or breastfeeding because there's not a lot of products for that. So,
32.
Yes.
Contains over 32.
You can say it.
And also contains over 32 different fruits, vegetables, berries and grains. So just want to chuck that in there for you.
So it's all about variety, getting the rainbow in every single morning. And so I'm going to hand it over to Maddie to talk about the chews now in the Child Health Study.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Tara. So we also do chewables for children, also big children like adults that can't swallow capsules. So pretty much all our chews is our fruit and veggie capsules in chewable form. And I'll get one out just to show you what it is. So it's just like a little, what would you call it, like a wine gum gummy. And they're really tasty. I won't eat it because they're scarlets. And so for any adult that goes on the capsules, minimum of these, can sponsor a child to go on between the ages of 4 and 18 to go on these chews for free. And I think that's awesome. And that's a part of the world's biggest child health study that's undergoing at the moment, and I think we're up to about 1.3 million children on the child health study. So, what else is there? They're super young.
They're
Yeah,
very
awesome.
very addictive. Kids love them, and they're finding all sorts of amazing things like children are drinking more water, less doctor's visits, less days off school. So I think it's amazing that our company actually has it available for our children, especially as parents. We think that's really, really special. And then our last product is our complete shakes.
Want me to talk about them? Okay, again, they are just plants. So just to give you an idea of what's in there, just some of the ingredients, we have alfalfa sprouts, radish, chickpea, oh God, my eyes are getting bad, pumpkin powder, all sorts of really yummy different plants. I sure as hell don't eat that much every day. One thing I really like about Juice Plus Complete is the how do you say that one?
Portobello mushroom.
Portobello mushroom. So this sachet here contains 40% of your daily recommended intake of vitamin D. So there's only two ways we can get that, and that's through mushrooms and sunlight. So to get 40% just out of one serving, that's awesome. The way they got the name Complete is it can be used as a complete meal replacement. So it requires all your fats, carbs, and proteins for one meal. I've been on the products for 2 years, and I have them for breakfast every morning around 7, 8 a.m. and it keeps me going till 12. So yeah, awesome on-the-go snack, super affordable and yeah, tasty. I wouldn't go a day without them.
Very filling as well. And so I love your car analogy that you have about the product. So if you want to share them, share that.
Hang on, I'm going to pick the brain there a bit. So if you think of your capsules as, we all have a car, I'm pretty sure. You think of your capsules as the oil in your engine. We're not going to go to a mechanic and get the mechanic to put secondhand oil in our car, are we? He's not going to put waste oil in there. He's going to put fresh, new oil in. So this keeps all your insides sticking, turning, lubricated, going good and healthy. And then if you think of your shakes, this is your 98 octane, okay? So this is your fuel. This is what gets you fired up in the morning and a million miles an hour. So I love it. Micronutrients, macronutrients, oil, petrol, same thing.
Yeah, it ticks all the boxes, and it's just an incredible way to start every single day.
Yeah.
We know that no matter if we have a good day or a bad day, that we've started our day really well with over 50 different veggies, fruits, berries, plants, superfoods, grains, all that good stuff. So it's really, really cool. Just touch very quickly on that. Our products are backed by science and research. I think we have over 35 clinical studies done by universities and medical institutions all around the world. So it definitely has that to back it up. But what we love to do is we love to actually share stories, people's real life experience. So I'm going to ask who we got? Kelly. Is Kelly on? Kelly Hunt, hi. I'm going to ask if Kelly could please just share a little bit about what the Juice Plus products have done for you. So I'll just unmute you there, love. Take it away.
Okay. Before I started Juice Plus, I was tired all the time, had a nana nap every single day. I suffered from chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, arthritis, endometritis, all the long-sounding illnesses, long-term illnesses, irritable bowel, and had a long-term ankle injury and hand injury, which had also started the onset of osteoporosis. And due to the injury, I'd been non-weight bearing for approximately 2 years, so sitting on my butt for that long, no exercise. Mind you, I never exercised anyway. I was a typical couch potato, and all I did was pretty much watch TV, and that was it. Lots and lots of takeaways as my husband at the time was cooking, and I felt absolutely horrific. In February last year, I went to the gym to rehab my ankle and my hand, And after about a month there, trying to get, back on my feet, we were told about Juice Plus, and it made sense because I certainly couldn't feel any worse than I had been, and I knew our diet was really lacking. So went on the product and found taste buds changed, and I craved healthy food. My energy was off the chart actually at about 1.5 months. I lost about 10 kg. My pain, 95% of it's absolutely vanished. All the disorders that are meant to be chronic and long term, I actually don't feel like I've got them anymore. Everything's under control. I've never felt better. I've got more muscle than I've ever had in my life. Mind you, I'm now going to the gym every single day apart from one, and sometimes twice a day. Just everything's changed. My whole life has changed. I couldn't be happier, couldn't be more energetic if I tried. Don't watch TV anymore. I'm too just bubbly and excited and feeling fantastic.
Yep.
Awesome.
I can't say enough about it.
Yeah, no, it's been an incredible transformation to watch actually, and you're still going, you're still transforming.
So certainly an amazing journey to watch, Kelly, and also Juice Plus gets rid of husbands, Kelly?
Yeah, it certainly does. Onwards and upwards. I can do a lot better.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Kelly.
That is a false claim, by the way. We don't do false claims. Awesome. I'm going to actually let Maddie share his product story now as well. So take it away.
All right, guys. So I've been on the products for just over 2 years, tipped over 2 years, about 10 days ago. My awesome friend Sarah, who's on here at the moment, introduced me to the products. And at the time, I was really sick. I suffered from a liver toxicity disease called Gilbert syndrome, which caused all sorts of problems, much like Kelly's, chronic fatigue. I had yellowing of the eyes and the skin, just couldn't concentrate, was living on the V's to stay awake and get through my days. I had really bad acne and God, there's heaps. I have ADHD as well, so I was all hyper and all over the place as well at times, up and down. But yeah, I jumped on the products, and I think the first. Oh, sorry, I'll rewind a little bit. I also had a massive junk food addiction, and when I talk addiction, I mean McDonald's 3 times a day, like through the drive-through, $20 a hit. So I was spending anywhere between $60 to $80 on junk food a day. So that was probably a big contributor to all my problems. But I jumped on the products, and I actually experienced a detox within the first couple of weeks. I started feeling even worse. But thank God to my mother. She slapped me around the ears and said, "You keep going." Sarah said this could happen. So I did, and I'm glad I did, because after a month I started feeling more energy. The brain fog started to lift. Couple of weeks about a month in, my skin started to clear up, my yellowing of my eyes started to go away, and just overall started to feel way better. But I think the biggest highlight was my taste buds started to change. So instead of like eating McDonald's and all that crap, I started going to mum's and going, "Hey, what do you got for tea?" and started to eat the good home cooked meals, and just my whole diet started to clean up. I got off the V, started drinking more water, had more energy, so joined the gym like Kelly, started exercising. It's just never ending. But I think the coolest thing is with my Gilbert syndrome, which is that liver problem I had, I went to the doctor and hadn't had a test in 6 months, and my levels had come back down near normal range, and that was massive, because when you've got Gilbert syndrome, they pretty much say there's nothing we can do. You've got it for life. Live with it. And to see that come down and then get a test in November last year, and it's the first time it's actually been the lowest it's ever been in my life. So a massive drop. Before I was going through all these bone scans and brain scans, I was so worried because my levels were so high, and to see it back down in normal range is just incredible. So honestly, guys, if I told you my full story, I'd have to write a book. So I'll chop it up there, and just, the whole journey's been amazing, and I've never felt so good in my life. So thank you, Sarah, for introducing me to this amazing product and journey.
Yeah, and it will be a product that, Matt and I and our daughter will take for the rest of our life.
Yeah,
it just makes so much sense. Fruits and veggies are never ever going to go out of fashion. They're always going to be good for us. And, as the quality of our produce declines, we're just going to have to be eating more and more. And, that's why Juice Plus makes so much sense. So did anyone want to add anything about the products just before we move on to our business model? Yes, no? Kelly said, for someone with ADD, Matt, you are so amazingly focused. Awesome. Sometimes. Not all the time, but certainly better. Awesome. All right, well, we might just move on, because the thing is with Juice Plus is that you won't actually see it advertised on TV or on the radio or in supermarkets or anything like that. And that is because it's actually sold through something called network marketing. And basically that is, word of mouth, people like me who actually take the product, sharing it with other people. So I was a little bit resistant to this business model at first, but when I really looked into it, what I realized is that we are always doing this. We go to a cafe, we eat a nice meal, we tell all our friends about it. We go to the movies, we watch a cool movie, we tell all our friends about it. So the thing is that cafe or that movie theatre, they're not going to pay you for recommending this to your friends and family. And that's the difference with our company, is that every time you refer and recommend a customer back to our company, they actually pay you. So I thought that sounded pretty cool. It might be enough for us to make a little bit of money back and pay for our own product. But little did I know that this snowballed into something much bigger. And now, Matt and I, this is our sole income. We are our own boss. We decide when and where we work. We get to have our daughter by our side, and we have this amazing business with an awesome community, and we're just having so much fun. So first of all, we're going to take a look at a traditional business. So, should I actually, I'll use this one. Hopefully you can see it. So a traditional business, most of them look like this, right? Traditional businesses, school, government, the Navy, the Army, they all take on this kind of pyramid shape. Thank you, Matt, if that helps. At the top, you've got usually, a CEO who's making all the money, and down here you've got all these people who are working really, really hard trying to make their way to the top. So we like to use Pak'nSave as an example here in New Zealand. At the bottom, you might have a trolley boy.
Just because of the stick figures, just putting that in.
You've got the trolley boy. He has dreams of becoming the CEO of Pak'nSave. He wants to, earn mega dollars and have an awesome lifestyle. But as he starts moving up, he might work really, really hard. He might stand out amongst the crowd. He might get promoted to become maybe, work in the checkouts, and he might become the supervisor of the deli section, then supervisor of the store. And then as he moves up, though, what he realizes is that there may be more money in the bank, but there's actually more responsibility, more stress, and less time with his friends and family doing the things that he likes. So that's why, for Matt and I, at 21, 22 years old, it was so important for us to look at a different model, because I knew that this wasn't something that I was interested in. So the Juice Plus business is really, really cool in that we've actually got unlimited positions at the top. So everybody has the opportunity to become like the CEO of their own company. Our pinnacle position is called NMD. We all start at the bottom here as a virtual franchise. We all pay the same amount for our franchise, and it's a very small amount, might I add. And we all have the same opportunity to get to the top. It doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mum, whether you're educated or uneducated, whether you come from a really, not a well-off background, or whether you come from a really wealthy background, whether you've been to jail or not, it really doesn't matter. We all start at the same place. And as a woman in today's day and age, that to me is really, really important, because I'm sick of hearing about, men earning so much more than women in the workforce. So equality is very important, and we all have the same opportunity to get to the top. How do you get to the top? You basically just help each other. It's all about teamwork. You cannot get to the top unless you help other people get to the top. And I love this model because, it never made sense for me to be, rich, famous, and abundant if none of my friends and family were, and I was at the top alone. So I love that I get to bring people with me. All right, so that's our Juice Plus model there. And I am now going to pass it on to Courtney, who's going to take a closer look just at, the numbers and how we do this business. So take it away, Courts.
You Court.
Hi guys, so I'm Courtney. I've been in the business. Is any potentials on? I don't think so, but anyway. So I've been in the business a year. And it all started when Sarah came home a year before that, and she introduced me to the business and the product, and I rolled my eyes and walked away. And then I saw the success that she was creating, and same with Tara and Matt. And then I decided, stuff this, I'm not missing out, I'm jumping in. So that's what I did, and this business is pretty simple. So I've written it down because I don't have a whiteboard, but that's okay. So can you guys see that? So what we pretty much do in this business is we share the products, we talk about the products, and we share our results. Now that is pretty simple. Today, some lady asked me what I do in my spare time, and I just brought up, I work from home and I do this. Next thing you know, she wanted to know a bit more, and this is the first time I've ever talked to her. And it's so easy. So when I started the business, there was me. And then Laura was my friend on Facebook. I hardly knew her, but I introduced the business to her, and then she introduced the business to Shaylee. Shaylee introduced the business to Cheyenne, and then Cheyenne introduced the business to Lashana. The only person that I knew at the beginning was Laura. I had actually heard of Shaylee in Hawke's Bay, but I didn't actually know who she was. And that's the awesome thing I love about it. So I'll go on about the numbers. So for the numbers, you start off with one. One teaches one, turns into two. Two people teach another two, that turns into four. Four teach another two each, and that turns into eight. Eight teach another two, 16, and 16 turns into 32. Or we can start off and we can go out and teach 5 people how to do this business. 5 people teach another 5 people, and that's 25 people in your business. 25 people go and teach another 5, and that's 125 people in your business. 125 people go and teach another 5 each, and that's 625 people. And then 625 people go and teach another 5 each, and that's 3,125 people. And I can tell you now that having 625 people in your team is not actually what you need. These numbers here are a really good, good range. But these ones, you can, but you'll be a bit crazy, and you don't need that many people in this business to succeed. So all I pretty much done was teach 5 people instead of 2 and watch my business grow. And that's all you're pretty much doing. Like, I went away to Fiji and I came home from a week in Fiji, and I had over $3,000 in my account, and my business grew while I was on holiday with my family. And that's the best thing I love about it. In a traditional business, you're wanting to be getting 4 weeks holiday, and you're probably not getting paid for it. So now I'll pass on to Laura, and she's going to explain how we get paid in the business. Are you there, Laura? Laura.
Is she coming? I think she's turning on her camera.
I think she's turning mute off.
Yeah.
Are you there, Laura? Or do you want me to do it?
Oh, we've got a whiteboard.
Oh,
I
Oh,
hear she- I can't hear her.
No, neither.
I think your microphone might not be working.
Oh no. Gotta love technology.
Don't worry, I've been having issues all day. Spark has been shocking the last couple of days. So, do you want us to take over, Laura?
I think she's going to try on her phone.
Okay. Oh,
Hi, Julia.
should we? Oh, I know. We can do a business story while we wait.
Do you want me to share a story?
Yeah, that'd be great, Sarah. Just while we give Laura
Oh,
a chance.
she just said someone else have a go. So,
Okay.
All right.
Quick ad.
I can
Alright.
do it if you want.
Yeah, go for it, Quartz.
I'll just get a pen.
Cool as.
I'll try right while I do it, but I am a woman, but I don't really.
Don't worry, we don't have to be perfect to draw these things.
Yeah. So when we start off at the business, we start off as a VF. Don't really worry about the letters that I'm talking about. We'll figure that out once we get started. But when you, in your first 10 days, you can pick up a $100 bonus. And then in your next 30 days, 40 days, you can pick up a $400 bonus. And then you get a $600 bonus. And what I absolutely love about this business is when you teach someone to get to a level, you get rewarded with the same amount of bonus as them. And in this business, we do bonuses are for you, nothing else, no bills, no nothing. They are for you, and they are rewarded to you for all the hard work you've put in. So I'm going to hand over to Sarah, who is a QNMD here. So she's not far from the top, so the next level is the top, which is awesome. And same with Matt and Taryn. So Sarah's going to share her business story, and then I'll come back to me.
Cool. Hey guys. So I started Juice Plus just over 2 years ago. I'd literally started on the wit's end of trying to resolve a health issue with my that I had from shellfish. So when I started on the product, I literally just said yes to this. I had no idea what I was in for, like literally no idea. I just thought that having an extra, even if it was $200 extra a month into my bank account, because back then I loved partying, and don't get me wrong, I still do, but it's not one of my priorities today to sacrifice the nightclubs. My reason for saying yes to this business, I came home to New Zealand and you know, I was going to do this business. I travelled a lot, and I got a lot of people through the job that I was doing, which was polo. So I got all of the UK and stuff. So because my friends were popping up here, there, and everywhere, all around the world, and they were all in the same spot. I didn't know how I could grow it. Anyway, my first teamie is Maddie. I pretty much said to him, I don't know if this is going to be for you, but I know that the product is going to be amazing for you, and I know that you'd know so many other people that could benefit from the product. So I asked him pretty much to run with me. We were pretty much blindfolded with us. We didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, and what kind of movement we've created now in New Zealand is like, you know, it's, you know, we're getting labelled and told, you know, we are the fastest growing team in New Zealand, which for someone coming from tiny Napier, I never had a dream of being able to have a global, like, international business was something that I was so passionate about, just totally blows my mind. So I'm at UND and I plan to be at our pinnacle position by June. I haven't been able to do this on my own, guys, and for every single one of you are part of this journey or who are looking at taking a closer look at what we get up to on a daily basis, but being able to live our life on our own terms, not having to answer to our boss, not sacrificing, you know, going on a holiday with my family or coming home to New Zealand, you know, emergency or something, is just, you know, I've been able to have that freedom to just say, okay, I'm going to go home now, or I'm going to book a trip over here. For me, when I joined the business, it was 10 days in, and I pretty much booked a flight to America with a whole bunch of strangers from Australia who I had no idea who they were. All I knew is that they were on the same kind of bandwagon of wanting to own their own life. So along the way, you know, I've been able to pay for a new car in cash. I've been able to go over to America a handful of times. I've been able to go home, you know, fly my sister over to Aussie for a weekend to, you know, just pretty much thank her for the effort that she puts in with this business, and, you know, reward her. Really amazing. And to be honest, yes, there's been so many negative spirits along the way, and they've just kept me focused and driven to just keep sharing this amazing opportunity. Because one of our amazing uplines in America says, she says, you know, we have the most amazing gift, and we're selfish if we don't share it, because I mean, everybody needs better health and everybody needs more money. So, you know, people aren't out to buy the product or a franchisee, they're out to buy us. So, you know, showing people how we get to live on our own terms is truly inspiring. And when people reach out to us and, you know, say, can I join the mission? It's really, really exciting, because you're also not just reconnecting with friends that are close to you or family, but you're actually connecting with complete strangers, long lost friends that you might not have spoken to since primary school. My recent trip to America, you know, Uber drivers were my best friend. They had an open mind, they were up for conversation. And, you know, to have business meetings at the bottom of the Grand Canyon and to take your potentials with you to have that meeting is just truly, truly like, I would never have imagined I would be doing that. So if you are looking at, you know, an opportunity where you get more freedom, more time, more family time, more money, whatever it is, and you don't want to keep answering to a boss or be stuck in the grind of the 9 to 5 job like most of us are, you know, reach out to one of us, because honestly, you know, we need help with this mission. We want to show people how to live again, and to actually enjoy life to the full potential that we're meant to be we're put on this universe to do. So, you know, the other exciting thing is we also get to celebrate, you know, massive milestones in this business amongst our teams. And today we got to celebrate Maddie reaching QMD. The hustle and hard work these guys, Taryn and Matt, have put in with their awesome team is truly, truly inspiring. And guys, just, you know, we love you where you're at, and if you feel like you're only doing a little bit at the moment, that's fine. You know, we love you for just saying yes, believing in us, and letting us show you a better way. So, you know, this business is a freedom, my freedom, vehicle freedom to financial abundancy, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds. So, cheers, guys.
Thanks, Sarah. That was awesome. Awesome. Do we have another business story? Do we want to have another business story? Catherine?
She's like that. There we go.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Did we have another business story, Courtney?
Yeah, it was me. Did you guys want another one?
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So hi guys, my name's Catherine and I'm currently the mother of 4 and I'm studying my Bachelor of Nursing in my 2nd year. And I wanted to be part of the business because I saw my friend's post on Facebook at the time, and she was intriguing with her posts, and then I saw that she was booking flights to Fiji. I was like, oh hell, I need some flights to Fiji. I need a holiday. So then I messaged her and I was like, hey, what is it you do? She showed me and I was like, oh, dear Lord, is this one of those scams, or are they going to take my money? I don't know. I don't quite know if I trust it. Anyway, I came on a Zoom similar to this and I heard real people's stories and it got me really interested. And I thought, with my husband working long hours and being the only income for our big family, I thought I'd give it a go. So I joined in October and it's been going pretty well since then. This was the first Christmas that we didn't have to get ourselves into debt for because Juice Plus helped us. I got a bonus and I got some money from them. I'm also able to take the product, so the money I get pays for the products, which is a bonus as well. The other thing I really like about the business is when you're feeling down and out, people kind of lift you up and support you. They're all real positive, and sometimes people can't handle positive people, but this group will, you know, if you're feeling sad or anything like that, where you feel like you can't go on with Juice Plus, then they just kind of sit there and lift you back up and put you back on track, and away you go again. They don't just kind of leave you behind. So yeah, I'm looking forward to where it takes me. I can see like Matt and Taryn and Sarah and Courtney, you can see that they're going places, and I don't want to miss out on that. If there's a chance that I can get to take my family on holiday to anywhere and I can stay at home with my 4 kids, then I'll take it, and it's worth a shot. So why not give it a go and see what can come with it? You don't want to sit there saying, what if, you know, I'm in it. So yeah, hopefully something good can come from it, and I'm sure it will. There's my story.
Give me some skin. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Oh, also, I think we had some amazing shares tonight. Like, you know, we heard about more energy, defeating illnesses and sicknesses, travel, community, growth, extra income. What else? Positivity.
Helping others.
Contribution. You know, if one of those things resonate with you, or if a number of those things resonate with you, if you want more choices in your life, then all I can say is, you know, go back to the person who invited you onto this call and have that conversation with them. You know, Matt and I are super, super glad that we went back to Sarah and had that conversation. You know, what could this be? Because it has changed our life in so many ways. So we are very grateful. So you might be wondering, you know, is this really for me? You just got to be 3 things. You got to be teachable and coachable. You got to be willing to learn, and you need to have a massive desire to not only change your own life but other people's. So if you can tick those 3 boxes, I can tell you, you will go places in this business. You'll go places in this world pretty much, and you will have the most incredible people behind you, you know, backing you, supporting you, and helping you get there. So we might just wrap it up there. I'm going to stop the recording.